Hey, oh, hello. As I said, welcome to the Ginger Elvis episode here. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go. Now, boncha. Step on our blue suede shoes. Yeah, oh, I didn't do anything but stalk on those blue suede shoes. Oh, how you going? Ginger Elvis. Oh, I've always wanted to do this. I was talking about this to Michelle K. It's an evil plan. Hello, Michelle, if you are there. And there you go. And what I'm doing tonight is I'm going to go down the track of the King. And all that. I even had the sunglasses, but then I couldn't read my notes. I'm blind as a bat without them. Anyway. And the drummers of Elvis, because this is a drum show, after all. Melbourne Musos, Chris Quinlan acting the fool, and the Ginger Elvis episode. There we go. Now that was the start of one of the greatest songs in rock history, is Blue Suede Shoes. And you start off with a boom tish, right? So I'm going to go through as many little techniques as I can to explain to you all the little bibs and bobs of, doing a couple of the classic rock and rolls, you see. There you go. And all that sort of stuff. I hope the glare isn't killing you out there. Put on some sunglasses, that's all right. Dear me. Studio tan. All right, boom tish is da-da boom. I find it fascinating sometimes that you need to have a little bit of coordination with boom tish, because when you're actually doing it, you have 2 taps. You got to do that with the feet, right, left. So, and then you do the tush, right? See? Hot 4. Now, what I said was a hot 4. Okay, so what you've got is a really tight and rolling 4 on the floor beat. Now, this is where what happens is that you really try and get your 4 on the floor bass drum. Can you see me down there? Can you see the tossles? Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. DJ Fontana. I'm going to put him maybe there tonight and all that, and on the blue screen behind me. So you go DJ Fontana. There you are. You see, that's what goes on. Now, let me talk about some great men. I've got 2 in particular. The 2 drummers that really stand out for Elvis's drumming and everything we've come to love and adore is one DJ Fontana, as I said, and Ronnie Tutt, who's still with us and all that. So let me talk about these great men. Dominic Joseph Fontana, March 15, 1931, sadly passed away on June the 13th, 2018, was an American musician, best known as the drummer for Elvis Presley for 14 years. In October 1954, he was hired to play drums for Presley, which marked the beginning of a 15, count 'em, year relationship. He played on over 460 cuts with Elvis. 460, mate. There you go. Nicknamed DJ for Dominic Joseph. There it is. Okay, so there you go. That's what happens there. I've got lots of other stuff, but I'll get to it. Cut a long story short, the very last sentence, he was inducted into the Rockabilly Hall of Fame on January the 14th, 2009. And on April 4, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in the Sidemen category. Yeah, there you are. All right, sort of thing. Let's talk about a little bit of that. Now, what happens is what I just did was the boom tish. At the end of it, any lame joke. There you go. But you've got to try and get that like that. Sometimes it's a bit tricky just off the cuff, you see. So for me, it's, there it is there, easy peasy. Then you've got what's called the hot 4. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's one of the most common and one of the musts of coordination. is to be able to play a 4 on the floor, hi-hat 2 and 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1, 2, 3, jingle hi-hat, Now what that is essentially good old backbeat jazz, you know. You can hear Jeannie Krupa doing it on the big band days and all that stuff. And there you go. And then in the early 50s, it got morphed into a bit of rockabilly, and then, as we know, into Elvis, all that. Funnily enough, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock. Same thing. But we're not talking about Bill Haley in the comments, we're talking about the king. That's what it is. Anyway, there we go. So that's blue suede shoes and a little bit of what we call the hot 4. What you want to do is not only sort of, you want to snap a beautiful little rim shot, Tim Colopy, but you don't want it too hard. You're not doing the big coming down from here kind of thing. It's the little, I often call it the 6-inch punch, you know, sort of thing. Think Uma Thurman in Kill Bill when she was in the coffin and she was going like that. You got to get that little sweet spot. There it is. Oh, there we are. There you go. Now, what I've got now, that's blue suede shoes and all that. What you've got then is but down the den of lonely street. I'm so lonely I could die. Now, it's a blues beat, but how are you going to count it? You see, because what often happens when you're playing a blues beat, I woke up this morning, ba-bum, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Like that. But you could also do it in 12/8. You see, you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. And then you could do 6/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some people say, oh, can you give me a 6/8 blues? I go, yeah, all right. Fair enough. It's sometimes, and the reason I'm talking about this is because it depends on the other beats around it. Now, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, there's a big thing between triplets and 12/8, you see, because with triplets, a triplet is a group of 3 notes played in the time of 2 notes of the same kind. Thank you very much. And what happens is with 12/8, you don't change the notes at all. You change the time signature, not the notes. You see, you change the grouping. Nice grouping. And then what happens is if I'm going to play a straight rock beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and triplets, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a normal rock beat, 12/8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since my baby left my back, the dollar place to 12, the dollar toilet bowl, mumble, mumble, mumble. Oh, I'm so lonely, I could die. Oh, thank you very much. That's 12/8 against 4/4. I'm going to work fairly quickly through these classic songs because I want to get a lot in. There you go. That's Heartbreak Hotel. Ooh, then. Oh, brushes. Any excuse to play brushes, as you know. Oh, well, bless my soul. What's wrong with me? Feeling like a man on a buzzing tree. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Please don't I'm a little mixed up and feeling fine. Now, there we go. What happens is I'm going to show you this brush pattern. What happens is you do your circles, you get that nice flow, and then what happens is there's your crotchet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the left hand, you see, comes in for the tar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, bless my soul. Now, because of the urgent nature, this is DJ Fontana doing this. I don't know if he actually did the actual pattern that I'm showing you. But what happens is that it's a little bit like, as I always say, gears on a car. Because what happens is you could do a slow tempo, but you could drive slowly, but in like third or fourth, say fourth or fifth gear, and it'll be like churning, like doesn't have much life. But if you're actually, you know, in France they call it hot club, you know, that kind of thing, Django Reinhardt, and you know, there's a bit of a tip of the hat there, because the thing about it, it's the same time, it's the same time frame, you know, that kind of thing. You get that. And there you go, DJ Fontana. He really played it. One of his quotes is that he really tried to nuance the melody. There you go. So I think I've said that about prog rock and all this, but so you're pushing. And you remember Baby Socks? You could do that. On the bass drum to get that feather thing, but you do want to push it a little bit. And there you go. So that's a little bit of that one. So when you're listening to the early Elvis, you know, you got Scotty Moore and DJ Fontana and everybody. And what happens is that in the background, it's a lot of brushes. There's a lot of that kind of thing. Sun record, yeah. Thank you very much. Now, when I was talking about the Fab Four, the Beatles, last year, what I've done is talked about a little bit of what we called then the Liverpool Jangle, and all that's what it became known. And it was one of those things where you've got, say, Ringo doing a shuffle, but then George is sort of playing straight, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, when you're dealing with walking through a party in the county jail, like that, jailhouse rock, what you've got is like a stop time swing, right? So you've got that kind of the aforementioned, that kind of thing. And then, when you get into the chorus, you'll hear the guitarist playing in straight eighth notes, quavers. Now, this predates the Beatles, okay? So you're dealing with, you know, you've got this kind of... Go back and have a listen to it, Jailhouse Rock. It's a really interesting groove in the sense that you sort of think, well, it's just a, you know, okay, just the good old 50s shuffle or whatever. And then all of a sudden in the choruses and stuff, you've got you've got the you're playing it straight. You've got that kind of like that. It's really strange. And then Liverpool Jangle comes after that, sort of what they called it from there. There you go. So there's a little bit of jailhouse rock for there. And there you go. So I'm working fairly quickly today. I'm really doing a fast clip here for the Ginger Elvis episode. Thank you very much. And what I'm going to do now is start to go down the track of into the 60s Elvis, when he did his movies of various types and qualities. Oh, my bobbers are... Hey, and there you go. And, let me put it up here. Oh, no, I'll just put it here. Hang on. All right. Oi, Bossa Nova. Now, let me get that going. This is a double time Bossa Nova. Let me get this going for you. Now, normal Bossa Nova is this. Hey, okay. But if you double time it, blame it on the Bossa Nova. Yeah. And you double time it, so you get this. So it's like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. You put in the Latin bass drum, which I've been talking about a lot lately. Like that. That's what you got there, and then you put up. Bossa Nova, Bossa Nova, Bossa Nova. Hey! I love this shit. I'm putting myself up there. Hey, thank you very much. So that's what you've got there. Hey, thank you very much. That's better. That's more Elvis, isn't it? Hey, Ginger Elvis, thank you very much. Bossa Nova. There you go. So what happens is this. You have that, like that. And that kind of thing. Oh, I gotta have the bell. Did you know that with a rim click, you want to, not only do you want to try and play consistently with the same sound, dear old Harold always said, don't ever play with the tip out like that. It's dead. Oh, we can fix it in the mix, mate. Yeah, walla. But do it with the heel of the stick. So you turn the stick around so it becomes a timbali stick. Big fat one, because a timbali stick is usually kind of like a dowel rod. And like that, and it's the same both ends. You see, that's what goes on. And that way, you get that beautiful round click. Like that. I'm sure overhead cam can catch that. Hello, overhead cam. Ooh. But what you can do is move it around. If you want to, you see, you can do different things. Yeah. Thank Ginger Elvis. Put a credit on your album. Ginger Elvis taught me that. Thank you very much. There you go. Boom tish. I hope you've got that right by now. And there you go. Yeah, all right. So that's Bossa Nova. Now, because we are now dealing with that time, we are now in the land of Ronnie Tutt. Thank you very much. Oh, dear Ronnie Tutt, who is still with us. Let's get this going here. Ronnie Tutt, there it is. Born March 12, 1938. Is an American drummer who played concerts and recording sessions for Elvis Presley, the Carpenters. It's only just begun to live. Oh, little fantasy. Karen Carpenter was a fantastic drummer, by the way. Roy Orbison, the man. There you go. And Jerry Garcia. There you go. Compression session there, mate. The old Grateful Dead. Born in Dallas, Texas, Ronnie Tutt started tap dancing along with the singing at the age of 3. He studied tap for 8 years and was considered a child prodigy by many. By the 3rd grade, he was playing trumpet with a school. And at 10, won the first prize in the Dallas ukulele contest. The ring, 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 ding, ding, ling, 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 ling. He, at age 11, he tap danced on the first ever broadcast live on television in Dallas, Fort Worth. It wasn't until the summer of his junior year in high school that Ron gave up the trumpet, thank God, and began playing drums. There you go. There it is there. There it is. There you have it. What happens is the band later became the staff band for live radio broadcast on Saturday nights from the Northside Coliseum called the Northside Jamboree, with Scotty Moore and Bill Black meeting them for the first time. Okay, there you go. And there it is. Now, one of the reasons why I brought that up is because we're in this time of, what have we got? Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Are you still with me? I used to play that. Hey Lisa, how are you? Okay. At the Altona Workers Club in the early 90s with Take 5 band led by Ray Craddock. Hello Ray, I haven't seen you for a long, long time. And we used to play at the Altona Workers Club. I think it's right next to the Altona Doggy Beach where I take the pooch, Marley, and with dear Ali Lee. And what happens is we used to do a little set for the little mob called Parents Without Partners. It'd get a bit dicey if they've had their second glass of wine before the schnitzel came out. Oh, you know what he did then? Dirty. He should have built the bloody pergola! Why did I the bloody pergola got it and then he nicked off with the bloody... Oh my God, the pergola! Why don't you get down to Bunnings, get the wood for the pergola? You've been in bloody COVID lockup for a bloody year, you haven't got the pergola! Used to get a bit messy sometimes. That is a mumbo. Okay, and what happens there is that depending on the version, I've heard both, but we used to play Take 5 band with Ray Craddock and dear Laurie Bell on guitar, God bless him. Essentially, I'd play a mambo to that and get everyone up dancing and jiving and stuff at the old Altona Workers Club. But what would happen is, depending on the version, because the film version is, you've got the percussion there. Was it Fun in Acapulco. That's it, I got it right. Thank you, lips and tongue. There you go. So what happens? But then you've got the samba. I'm having a ball tonight. I'm having a lot of fun. All sober. I don't drink and drum. Wait until after that. Hey, there you go. So that's Viva Las Vegas. Let me take you through it. A samba is, how do you want me to count it? Do you want me to count it in eighths or sixteenths? Anyway, I'll do it in sixteenths. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1, a 2. There it is there, and then you get that. Watch out for the tree. There you go. There you are. And the mambo is like this. Right, both. Right, left, right. Both right, both left. Yeah. Say that 5 times quick. Put it together. This is more Mambo Italiano. Calabrese. Rosemary Clooney. Oh, she was a very lovely lady in the 50s and 60s. Mambo Italiano. Ooh, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, now the mambo, segueing right along on the Ginger Elvis episode of Melbourne Musos Facebook Live, there you go, is this lovely song here that I'm going to butcher. Like I said to Marcus. Marcus, are you watching? Hello, Marcus. Hey, I'm coming to see you tomorrow night. There you go. And what we have here is, lovely. I really like the drums in this song. I mean, one of the things about Elvis with DJ Fontana and Ronnie Tutt, that's one of the things, Mum used to, Moody Blue, yeah, you know, sort of thing. There'd be times I'd put on things like, what was it? I'd put on Rainbow, okay. Dun 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 dun, Scott Haywood. We've got to do that. Doody-didn't-doo-doo-doo. High noon at a the water. 5 years were breaking my back. Oh, hang on, Elvis. Yeah, thank you very much. And I remember one night, she just walked in and just took Rainbow off and went, hey, what are you doing? And all that. Pulled out the headphones, because I had it in headphones. And she went, boom. And it was like, Moody Blue. Elvis, Moody Blue. And I've gone, all right. I know I hogged the record player tonight, Mum. Okay. And she just went, looked at me, gave me, if looks could kill, I'd be rotten by now. And went back out in the kitchen. Moody Blue. And that's that beautiful kind of 70s funky Ronnie Tutt feel, right? Poke salad and poke salad and a Shane gang. Ooh. Oh, fantastic. But I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about hey, you look like an angel. Walk like an angel, talk like an angel, but otherwise, you're the devil in disguise. Oh, what's the rest of it? You fooled me with your kisses, you cheated and you schemed. Heaven knows how you lied to me, not the way you seem. If it looks like a duck, swims like a duck, quacks like a duck, then you got wise. It's probably a fucking duck. Fucking duck. Oh, I said a naughty word. Swear box for me. I apologise to my beloved students near and far. There you go. And there you go. If it looks like a duck. There you go. Beautiful. And let me take you through it. I didn't want to murder your ear holes by singing the whole song like that. But what happens is the rumba. Now, what happens is a beautiful rumba I've got this little thing here where what happened, it's like a bark, bark, so you get... Look like an angel, up and down, talk like an angel, but I go wide. You're the devil in the mumbo. And then you're off, you see. So let me, I've done the mambo already, right, both, right, left, right, and right, both. All right. And, but the rumba, generally first taught like this. Ah, sorry. Like that. But I've got this little one. I do the bark. Always remember, I try and do for continuity for all the shows. So I was doing this the other week. You've got that little like that, and you put your hand on the snare drum. You take the snares off most of the time, and what you have is essentially the sound of a timbali. You see, like that. Tito Puente, Timbali King. Okay. Mambo King as well. And that's a mambo, you see. Oh, sorry, the rumba. And then it goes into a mambo. And then later on, okay, you're the devil in the... What do we got there? Boom, bam. So you get back to the mambo. And that one has the snare drum and gives it a bit of a backbeat instead of the rim click, you see, for that. And then what happens is that during the guitar solo, it goes into a bit of a cut time. So it goes... Yeah. I don't think Ronnie Tutt did double... Oh, he did! He had his double bass drum, but I'm not sure he did it for that particular song. Neither did DJ Fontana. So you've got that. There you go. Oh, I've already gone over. I'm having so much fun. The timer. Thank you, Siri. Okay, so there you go. So that is Devil in Disguise. Thank you very much. And that's it. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it is probably a goddamn duck. There you go. There it is all there. Here. And now I should, I've done Bossa Nova Baby, didn't I? Yes, I did. I did a little bit of poke salad, Annie, and all that sort of stuff. And I'll finish off now. I've thoroughly enjoyed this show. I've thoroughly enjoyed being a complete dill for you all there. Anyway. As the snow flies on a cold and grey Chicago morn, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto. And his mama cries, 'cause if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. It's got a bit of a march to it, in the ghetto. So you got this kind of... The hungry little boy with a runny nose plays in the street as a cold wind blows in the ghetto. Whole family loved that song. In the ghetto. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine James Hetfield singing that. In the ghetto. Yeah. There you go. I've done everything I wanted to do, but there you go. Oh, Elvis, the king! There you go. Now, I hope the sound is okay. If the sound is not okay, I'm more of a dill, but I'll have it all up for you hopefully later on tonight, because I'm not at the Alex Theatre this week. I needed the blue screen. I wanted to do blue screen stuff and all that. That's where I do it, here. And I'll mix it up, and I've still got some beautiful things with beautiful people to come. But tonight is the king. Yeah, thank you very much. All right. Ooh, so what's happening is we are going to make more things in all sorts of places. I'm going to have guests here. I've got Scotty Hayward coming back with the rainbow. I've got Marcus, and all sorts of beautiful people are going to be coming. Doing all sorts of things. But right now, I'm gonna
get on the bees, 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 get on the bees.
That's a typical Ronnie Tutt, 70s. Little information, a little too much information. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what must be done.
Thank you very much for watching tonight. My name is Chris Quinlan, acting the complete fool. I hope the glare isn't killing you. Oh, shit. There you go. And don't forget, if it walks like a duck. Thank you very much. I'm out of here. Yeah. Give me a little bit of time. Give me a little too much information and all that sort of stuff, and I'll act like a hound dog and get this up for you in a beautiful 1, 2, 3, 4 camera shoot. For you, hopefully later tonight, if not tomorrow. And there you have it. Okay, so.
Elvis has just left the building.
Get on the bees. Get on the bees.
Elvis has just left the building.
Get on the bees. Get on the bees. Get on the bees.
Elvis has just
Get on the
left
bees.
the building.
Get on the bees. Get on the bees.
Elvis has just left the building.
Get on the bees. Get on the bees.